Been doing some trimming on this. Got another one of the expensive, the $25 jug, because it worked way better than this 2-minute knot remover, which barely loosened the paint. And I got the Honda out. Had to pour some old gas out and put some fresh gas in. I'm gonna try to find a little sea foam. This has been sitting a while. This also doesn't work that well. Well, we got a lot of work to do still. Paint stripper and a pressure washer didn't touch this tar stuff, whatever they put on underneath there. Some sticky spots. We got a lot of the top coat off of this, but it's still gonna need a lot of work. We got to get the oxidized layer off of this. It's still filthy. It's not anywhere near ready to paint, but it is getting cleaner. And we're getting closer to having this ready. I'm gonna take the jet pump out and disconnect these 2 water lines. Already disconnected the push rods. And that's actually really simple. They're spring loaded. You just pull that back and it pops right off. This is the telltale that makes a rooster tail, which I'm gonna keep that because that's cool. All right, I've removed the nozzle off the jet pump. I haven't figured out how to take the whole pump off. I don't know if I have to take the intake and everything else off. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Made some straight lines here. This is the flat part of the bottom of the hull, and then we're gonna try to cut down this line, except for certain places like the motor mounts up here. And we'll work our way back here. I'm gonna make some measurements. Try to cut on the same angle as that back of that transom, which is actually kind of flexed, a little bit bent, but we'll make some measurements there. All right, now all we gotta do is cut this at an angle that matches this angle right here. It's gonna take some eyeballing. We're gonna have a gap right here to fill, which I think I know how I'm gonna do it. We just gotta watch out for the exhaust here. We're probably gonna come right in front of the exhaust and then angle it back like that. So here's our angle. I'm just gonna base it off the bottom of the boat there. Make sure it looks level as possible. And then we're gonna trace with a Sharpie. It's actually gonna be farther forward. We may have to trace it here and then measure back a couple inches. All right, it's not perfect, but I've got my line traced out where we need to cut. And we can make some adjustments or trimming, do some trimming once it's in the boat and we figure out exactly how it's going to fit. Alright, here I've got this cardboard ready for stencil. We're going to come around the other side and trace it out. That'll give us a starting point for where to cut on the back of the transom. Okay, we're going to adjust these bunks so they're flat and measure and make sure they're going to fit. Those ribs there on that boat should barely just fit between them, hopefully. Alright, now we can get ready to start cutting. We're going to have to clean this out for one. This bench seat needs to go. That's the first thing we're gonna do, is figure out how to get rid of this bench seat. All right, so getting the seat detached was easy. I just drilled out 3 rivets on each side. The tough part is getting it out of the boat now. We may have to actually cut part of it off. We got her out, just had to cut a piece off the end. All right, I had to go help a buddy whose car broke down, but we are back and I got the rest of that little piece cut out for now. Also cleaned everything out, ready to mark it, recharge that battery because the Sawzall was dead. We are running out of daylight, so I'm probably not going to get this thing anywhere near installed tonight, but we're just making progress when I can. Well, I'm glad I put this tarp over everything. We got a little rain today, so I gotta finish marking and cutting the bottom of this boat. Sharpie won't work in the rain, so we gotta wait for things to dry out, wipe it down, and get back to work. But, well, since it's raining right now, I took the nozzle in the back part of the jet pump all apart. This is 4 bolts and your steering and trim, basically. I'm gonna clean and lightly sand these and give them a little couple coats of paint, just because I got nothing better to do and I can paint these in the barn. All right, so I sanded and wiped all the parts off with some 91% alcohol, and just put on the second coat of this flat black. I bought some of this just to test it out. Iridescent, I think, is the name of the color. It's a color shift. We're going to be painting the boat in color shift, but it's not this color. I just have this one can, so I figured it would probably look good on the jet pump. All right, I just put top coat of lacquer, and we let that cure for at least a couple days before I put it all back together. All right, I got everything measured and traced out where we're gonna cut. I just have to drill a few rivets out and then we'll start cutting. All right, we got most of the hole cut. We gotta figure out this last little bit here. Bunch of rivets and stuff. That sawzall went straight through that drain hole. We're gonna keep this little bracket here because it got the serial number, but I wrote it down anyways. Doesn't really matter. I just like to keep it. All right, I've got this traced out. We're probably gonna cut some tabs that will fold in and bolt to the fiberglass, so I'm gonna just draw that out and cut everything real carefully. Oh, we got one small problem here. When I bend these tabs, this one worked okay, but this one broke off. This aluminum's kind of brittle, so we're probably just gonna do away with the tabs and just cut it out. Okay, after quite a bit of trimming around the transom, also had to trim these here. We've got everything lined up. Okay, we're gonna drill 2 holes here, 2 in the middle, 2 in the back, and put bolts in all those 6 holes and tighten them down good to hold everything in place. And then we'll come back around and drill a bunch more holes all the way down. Well, I caught one of these June bugs. See how he's iridescent? Got some iridescent paint for this boat, so maybe I'll call her the June bug. That'll be the boat's name. I haven't named a boat in a long time, but we'll see how that paint turns out. So I took this piece of angle and I bent it a little and cut it a little. Not perfect, but it slides right in there pretty tight. So we'll drill 2 holes for the existing holes up top here, and then we'll drill 2 here on the bottom and bolt everything in. It's far from good, but looks good from far. Set that to the side, and then we gotta cut some brackets, one up here, one on this side. I'm not sure what we're gonna do on the exhaust side. All right, we got all of our brackets. Keep cutting myself. All of our brackets are done. I've got them marked so I know where to put them. Don't have to mess around. Once I get the sealant in, we just need to put them where they go. And I have gone ahead and drilled all the holes out for all the bolts. I didn't count, but we got them spaced about every 3 to 4 inches apart. Obviously, we got a little gap here. I'm saving that for last. Once I can flip the boat over, we're gonna put a little skid plate or something in there and seal it up good. Looks like more storms. It must have went south, but it's starting to rain right here. I just spread paint stripper on this gunnel here. I'm gonna try to get this gunnel stripped clean, because we're gonna paint the boat, but we're not gonna paint the gunnels. And I wanna get them all cleaned down to bare aluminum before we flip the boat over. All right, I got the original drain plugs out of the jet ski. Drilling holes. Gotta drill 2 screw holes. So I've been using this paint stripper attachment on the drill to clean down the gunnels and everything around the edge, the transom, top of the transom, carry handles, everything, get it down to bare metal. I'm still removing old hardware, just random stuff that people put in it over the years and left a bunch of holes. It's the little things that make the project take longer, but I mean, I could have this boat on the water already, but I'm trying to get everything figured out first and, you know, kind of do it the right way. Gotta drill out the end of those cuts that I made. The ski hole is gonna flex this down, as you probably saw, and I don't want a crack growing into the bottom of the hole, so we rounded off the ends with the same drill bit I've been drilling all the holes with. We might have to put this on hold again. Just got pop-up storms everywhere. It's raining a little bit. Alright, we're gonna prep the surface with some 91% alcohol. It'll pick up the dust from sanding this, and it'll also dissolve any oils from my fingers or motor oil or anything like that. So the 5200 has a good clean surface to stick to. Don't forget your prep work. Alright, I got the 5200 loaded up, ready to roll. I did read on the tube that you're not supposed to clean the surface with alcohol because it can prevent this from curing. So it's already been about 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure everything's evaporated, but we'll give it a few more minutes just to be safe. Okay, it rained on me. Now it's sunny. Another typical day. We got these two bolts tightened down. I've got two right there. And one right there tightened down. So now we just start doing each bolt on each side, and then we'll do the transom. Alrighty, we have got all the bolts tightened down. Everything done on the transom. A little messy, but not too terrible. We still got to put the drain plugs in. I was going to use regular silicone instead of 5200 for that. Probably going to put a glove on and get it wet or something and smooth out some of these beads. But other than that, it's ready to cure. It's supposed to take about a week. This stuff does cure with moisture, so I might spray a little bit of water on it, or we'll just get another rain shower and that'll hopefully help it cure faster. We got those aluminum angle in there. I think everything's sealed pretty good. Fingers crossed. I won't know if it leaks until I put it on the water. Obviously we still need a skid plate here. This is a big hole in the boat. I got the beads smoothed out a little bit so it looks better. It's gonna get painted over. Hopefully the paint doesn't chip off. It is a flexible sealant, so we might lose some paint there. Either way, it looks all right. What's your problem? Now we gotta get this thing flipped over and do that skid plate. And then once that skid plate's done, it should be completely sealed, besides the drain plugs. Drilled out these rivets. I I didn't cut all the way through because I didn't want to cut into the main hole. I was hoping I could just pry it off. There we go. So we're gonna cut out a little piece of aluminum and then we'll drill holes, seal it, bolt it down, and the bottom should be done as far as sealing it goes. So anyways, this is it for part 2. We'll catch back up here in a few days.